What's good, y'all? It's Drew here, back with another video. Alright, today I'm going to be talking about One Piece chapter 1012. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime content if you haven't already. But yeah, we're going to get right into it. So, I told you guys in the last video, but part 1 of the anime tournament has already started. So head to my Discord if you haven't already. Link will be in the description. So vote for the anime you want to vote for. Everyone has 2 votes, and may the games begin. The first part will end on Saturday, but we'll end on Saturday for the live stream. But it's time to get to the question of the day. Question of the day is, what are you most interested in seeing in the very next chapter? So me personally, I feel like I don't want to say Luffy and Kaido because that's so obvious. I'm more interested in seeing what Sanji does, because Sanji's in to me a limbo state where we don't really know what his next step is, and honestly, depending on what he does, it could really impact the character a lot. But we're gonna get right into the chapter, and we see the red scabbards, and they're running and basically talking, and they're talking about Kiku, are you hurt? Stuff. They're just checking up on each other. They're checking up on each other, and Kiku talks about how she's she's a samurai now and she can handle herself. She's not as bad as she was back then. Presumably, I think when Odin died, probably, right? Yeah. Kiku's like, please allow me to finish off Kanjuro, because as we know last time, Kiku was supposed to kill Kanjuro, and she didn't. For whatever reason, maybe a pain clone, but whatever the reason, he didn't die. And Kin'emon doesn't give a response; he goes kind of blank. So we're gonna we're gonna look at that, and that's a side plot we gotta patiently wait for. But Nekomamushi gets a full view on what's happening. He finds out that Pedro died, and he died in Whole Cake Island, and so Pedro's, they tell him, Ayo Pedro, the guy that killed, Nekomamushi, the guy that killed Pedro is on this island right now. And Nekomamushi's like, okay, he is? Alright, well, I'm gonna turn up. And he literally starts flying, or they presume he starts flying. So it looks like Nekomamushi's about to turn up. We talked about Carrot many times, Carrot couldn't beat Pedro, or couldn't beat perospero. Well, Nekomamushi about to be a backup, and I actually have a lot of respect for Nekomamushi, so this should be a decent to good fight. But we go to Yamato, Shinobu, and Momo. Yamato explains that she can be the decoy. She'll pretend that Momo's with her in order to basically divert the attention. And then she asks about Luffy, how is Luffy doing? And they're like, oh, Luffy's fine. And Momo, using his voice of all things, or that ability that he has, he senses that there's only 2 voices up there. And that tells Yamato, okay, so it's a 1v1. Let me go help him. But we don't necessarily know if Yamamoto's gonna go help him, but Yamamoto basically says I gotta hurry. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it might be a Luffy and Yamamoto versus Kaido. That would be crazy, but we have to wait and see. Honestly, I'm really hyped with that. But we see Sanji, and we see a mummy-like person, and someone brings up ayo, that's black Sanji. He's worth 330 million, and they were like, "Hey, who's he holding? For all we know, it could be Roronoa Zoro, or it could be Zoro for all we know." And I thought that was random at first, but it actually is Zoro. And it makes sense because we did see Zoro take ocean sovereignty, which people argue the strongest attack in the verse, and it is a contender to be the strongest attack in the verse. So it does make sense. It is a crazy attack, but we get a little bit of exposition. They go a couple minutes, in the past, and we see Law and Zoro. We see that when Luffy told Law to take Zoro and get out of there, Law teleported, and they just happened to be caught by Sanji. But Sanji's like, bro, come on, I only catch a woman. Which he's not wrong. Sanji does exclusively catch the woman, but Law tells him he has 20 to 30 broken bones, which makes sense. We expected him to be hurt, but I'm gonna be honest though. I didn't expect Zoro to be this injured. He got broken. I know he was gonna have broken bones, but he's in a splint. Bro looks like he not moving at all. So Zoro might be done for the arc. Just looking at how the show, bro might be done. But I don't know. It depends. Maybe he might get some sort of, not healing, but maybe some stamina, maybe an Ivankov, something. I don't know. Point is, Sanji's taking care of him for the the immediate future, I should say. We know that Law brings up Big Mom rampaging, so we can probably infer that Law gonna help Kid and Killer. Well, I know Killer's held back fighting Hawking, so we can infer that Law and Kid are gonna fight Big Mom, which would be a really good fight. I think I've been talking about that for the last couple chapters. Like, that's a fight that I was honestly looking forward to seeing. Despite, this was all before, obviously, Big Mom turned to the tweak goddess herself, but Zoro tells Sanji something interesting. He tells him to go to the 5th floor. At first, I thought he was saying the live floor, but, I mean, he was, like, dozing off. So, I don't know where the 5th floor is exactly, because, I mean, it's been a minute since I remembered the different stages of Wano, like, that entire building. But I'm pretty sure the 5th floor is really close to the rooftop. So, we might see some rooftop Sanji, low-key. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that's a possibility. But we go on to Big Mom and Nami, and that whole situation that we were just in, last chapter. And we see page 1 is probably out for the rest of the arc. Like, that's a serious hit. Like, he probably would get up because zones have crazy durability, but he's tough. He's injured right now. And we see Ulti's like, oh, that's unforgivable. How could you do that? All that, she's doing her talking scheme. And Nami, how Nami likes to, Nami likes to play the sides, and Nami's like, hey, yo, yeah, take care of her. This is the one that did it. Yeah, it's her. And Nami's like, I really don't know if Ulti's the one that did it, but we gotta use this to our opportunity. And Big Mom was like, bro, I'm killing you after I kill her, so I don't know why you talking like that. And that reinforces that Big Mom she is definitely being used as a plot device right now, but she's not that much of a plot device. Like, the Straw Hats, they're not ready to use her like that. We see Ulti's like done playing the game. She's like, alright, I'm done with this, and she basically lunges straight forward at one of the animals that Tama has under her control, and it knocks Tama down on the ground. And Tama's a little mad, and Tama's like, please stop. This is, he's my friend, blah blah blah. And Ulti smacks Tama. Ulti really smacks Tama like crazy. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, Big Mom's about to turn up. But we see Big Mom for a little panel. Big Mom's like, Tama. But Tama's not Big Mom's not the one that hits Ulti. It's Nami. Nami hits her with a crazy lightning attack, and she's like, how dare you hit Tama? And she says, I'm gonna beat this woman to a pulp. And I'm low-key kind of hyped because, it's been a minute since we've seen a Nami 1v1, but that's not why I'm hyped. Like, Nami rarely has, like, scenes where I feel like she's really in her, she's really, like, terrifying in terms of, like, an actual fight. Like, most of her fights are, they're kind of wacky at first, and then she gets the dub at the end. It's like, that's cool. But Nami being, like, a terrifying force, we really don't see that. And Nami, it's already been established for a long time, going back to, like, Fishman Island and stuff, that Nami hates, Nami will never turn down a child, especially a child in need. And she definitely do not love when children get hurt around her. So seeing not only a little girl, but seeing a little girl that's actually Nami's friend get hurt in her face, Nami's going to turn up. That's going to be interesting for sure. I'm honestly curious. I don't know what we're going to see next. Again, I personally want to see Sanji next because I feel like Sanji, I'm not gonna say he's starving for the feats or portrayals, but Sanji having some crazy feats would be tough. Sanji, maybe you can pull off, maybe you can come to rooftop, maybe not. It all depends. But I'm really interested in seeing Sanji. But this Nami thing is interesting as well. Like, honestly, I think the way Oda's setting up is really well. Like, we have a lot of great setups. There's a lot of obviously we have the Luffy kaido thing. That's always gonna be the best thing, right? That's always gonna be the coolest thing to look at. But then you have that Black Maria versus Robin and Brook. We have Frankie doing his battle. We have Jinbei. Don't forget about Jinbei. Chopper and Marco. That's a little side plot. Sanji. What is he gonna do? And Nami looks like she has a 1v1. I don't know what Usopp's gonna be doing, but it's looking like all the Straw Hats have a good situation. Like, I'm really interested in seeing pretty much all of them. Like, there's a few Straw Hat scenarios right now that I'm not interested in seeing, but it's gonna be a fun time for real. And I really can't wait because besides the Big Mom stuff, I think this part of Wano's really getting his bag right now. Like, that, obviously that Big Mom stuff was not, I don't agree with it. You probably know that. But I think this can still be an overall positive, section of the arc because Wano's such a huge arc. But, let me know what y'all think down below. Let me know what y'all think about Big Mom, what's going to happen next. Let me know about what you think about this potential Nami versus Ulti battle. Let me know what y'all think down below, but I'm out, so peace.